What is going on, guys? New York Sports up here, and back at it with another New York Knicks video. And how about the New York Knicks? The New York Knicks are 14-15 on the season, and Julius Randle drops 44 points tonight as the Knicks beat the Atlanta Hawks 123-112, I believe was the final score. And I kind of want to talk about, I kind of want to do a State of the New York Knicks kind of video, talk about how the team's doing, obviously because I don't do the daily, the nightly post-game recaps anymore, so I'm doing it a little differently now, so I'm kind of going to be doing a State of the Knicks kind of video, and the Knicks are playing very well right now. I believe they're on a, 4-game win streak, or 3-game win streak right now, as they're coming off of a win over the Hawks. They blew out the Rockets, and they also beat I believe it's Chicago, the second game against the Chicago Bulls. They beat them. Obviously, then lost 2 to Miami, and then came back and then beat the Rockets and the Hawks. So the Knicks are playing very good basketball right now, and I'm very happy by the way the Knicks are playing. I want to talk about the Knicks' young core of players, and those players that I'm talking about are Julius Randle, Emmanuel Quickley, and R.J. Barrett. Now, R.J. Barrett didn't have a great game today. He was okay. I thought Elfrid Payton definitely had a better game than R.J. Barrett. I thought he was more effective tonight. But, again, R.J. Barrett's not going to have the best of games. He's still very young. And, I think we got to give him, he's going to have off nights. And, it just kind of happens with, with young players. You just have bad nights sometimes. And that was kind of, that's kind of what it was for R.J. Barrett. He's been not great lately. And, by the way, Mitchell Robinson does have a thumb fracture. So he's going to be out for a decent amount of time, which definitely sucks. But, Nerlens Noel's been pretty serviceable for the Knicks. So let's hope Noel and, Gibson can come in and, fill in for Mitch until he gets, until he comes back healthy again. And, they've been playing pretty well ever since Robinson got hurt. So I think we'll be fine without Mitch for a little while, and then he'll eventually come back, and that'll be a good thing. But the Knicks' young core is playing phenomenal right now, especially Emmanuel Quickley. And, Emmanuel Quickley's playing phenomenal. He's definitely the point guard of the future, no doubt about it. Let's hope he does. We don't have to deal with any injuries. But looking at the way he's played this year, Emmanuel Quickley's been phenomenal. He knocked down a ton of threes tonight. He's a really good three-point shooter. He's working on it. He started off, he didn't really shoot three-pointers very well, but he's been starting to shoot three-pointers very, very well of late. And obviously Julius Randle, he does this. He comes out every night and just absolutely balls out. He balled out today. Had 44 points. The guy's insane. He's a freak of nature. He's one of the best. Well, I wouldn't say one of the best, but he's one of the most underrated players in the NBA, and he's going to be a star for a very long time. And I want the Knicks to extend him. I do not want the Knicks to trade him. I don't care about trade bait. The Knicks are playing this well. He likes to play here. He seems to enjoy being a Knick. I don't think we should trade Julius Randle. I think we should throw the trade rumors out of the window. I think he should be a Knick, for the rest of the season. I think we'll end up extending him because the guy's only 26 years old or 27 years old or whatever. He's not very old. So I think Julius Randle should be a Knick for a very long time. I really do believe he deserves an extension. He's playing that well this year. He's been by far our best player. He deserves to go to the All-Star game. By the way, make sure to go vote for him, Knicks fans. By the way, but. Hey, even Elfrid Payton's playing well. You guys know I don't like Elfrid Payton. I think Elfrid Payton kind of stinks. But, Elfrid Payton played pretty well today. He's aggressive in the paint. I'll give him credit. And, he plays pretty solid defense from time to time. And, when he's not making stupid plays and he's throwing the ball out of bounds, he plays pretty decent basketball. He's aggressive and, he gets some points. He's serviceable from now and then. And he was actually pretty good tonight, so I got to give Elfrid Payton credit. Who else? Nerlens Noel had a very good defensive game, had a couple huge blocks in this game, and Nerlens Noel is definitely one of the more underrated players on the Knicks, and he's a very good defensive player. And, Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin's been playing pretty well lately. He's been starting to play a little bit more. He's been playing pretty well of late, and I'm really liking what we're seeing from Obi Toppin. He hasn't been playing a whole lot, he hasn't really been having a whole lot of minutes, but when he's been on the court, he's been pretty solid. And a guy like Kevin Knox, haven't really seen a whole lot of him. Honestly, I think Kevin Knox is going to get traded. I really do. I don't see him being a Knick for much longer. I don't really think he has much of a spot here. I think he'd be better off elsewhere. Because I really don't see him playing, having a spot here. I don't really think he fits well. He doesn't get a lot of minutes in general, and I don't see him getting more. Obviously, with guys like Austin Rivers being here, and Emmanuel Quickley, R.J. Barrett, of course, Elfrid Payton, all these guys. I don't really see Kevin Knox getting a whole lot of minutes. I think he'd be better off, elsewhere on another team. So I see the Knicks probably trading Kevin Knox at some point for, maybe a Victor Oladipo or a Karl Anthony Towns. I wouldn't bank on it, but maybe a Bradley Beal. I don't know, but they'll probably end up trading Kevin Knox, for the right price, of course. But they'll probably end up probably trading Kevin Knox at some point this season because I really don't see him having a spot here. Even though he's 21, again, I think Knicks fans can agree with me here. I think a lot of Knicks fans probably want him traded. I really don't think he was worth that first-round pick. I don't think he's a first-round player. I don't think he deserved to be picked there. I was not a fan of the pick when it happened, and I'm not a big fan of Kevin Knox, to this day. So I think he'll be traded. But anyway, back to the Knicks. Knicks are playing phenomenal right now. I think this team's going to the playoffs. I mean, they could fall off. This could be a fluke. I don't see it. This is one of the best Knicks teams we've seen in a very long time. This team is going to be good for a very long time. This young core is only going to get better. R.J. Barrett's only, 22 years old? Quickly, he's like 22 years old. I mean, this team is so young and just so promising. It's going to be very exciting to be a Knicks fan for the next few years, and we're finally starting to see the Knicks turn the corner. I said it before this year. I thought the New York Knicks would improve. I really do. I thought this would be an improved team. I thought we'd see some steps in the right direction, and it's coming earlier than I thought. I didn't think this team would make the playoffs. I thought they'd show bright spots. I didn't think they'd make the playoffs. I think this Knicks team's going to the playoffs, and obviously the Eastern Conference being weak, I get that, but this is a playoff team. We have beaten multiple playoff teams, and we've beaten them pretty good. We beat the Celtics by 30. We beat the Bucks by 20 earlier in the year. We've beaten many other good teams. It's not like the Hawks are a bad team. I would say they're great, but they're not a horrible team. They're not like a bottom dweller. Who else? I don't think we beat Brooklyn. I think we almost beat Brooklyn. I think we fell short to them. We beat Utah earlier in the season. They have the best record in the NBA. They're killing it this year. So we've beaten a lot of good teams, and this Knicks team's showing. They've been so impressive this year. I'm so happy with this Knicks club. I really do, and it's such a even when they lose, I still really enjoy coming out. Or coming in here and watching the Knicks every night. I really do enjoy it. I really love watching this team. This is the most fun team I've watched in a very long time, and they just seem to have fun playing the game of basketball. And and the Knicks fans seem to love it too. So I want to know your thoughts on the state of the Knicks right now. I'm a huge fan of this team. I really think this team's going to the playoffs. Can we win around? I don't know. Maybe we have home field advantage. I think we're only like a half game behind the Pacers for the 4 seed. So we got Orlando on Wednesday night. If we can beat the Magic, we can be 500. We could even be the 4 seed in the East. How crazy is that? But the Knicks are playing really, the Knicks are playing very well right now, and I'm really just loving this Knicks team right now. I'm loving the way they've been playing lately. So I want to know your thoughts on the game and your thoughts on the state of the Knicks right now down in the comments below. Who's your favorite player on the Knicks? So a side question there. I want to know your thoughts on who is your favorite player on the Knicks right now. Is it Randle? Is it Elfrid Payton? Is it Barrett? Is it Quickly? Is it Knox? Is it Rivers? I don't know. I want to know your favorite Knicks player down in the comments below. So that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Go Knicks.